welcome to my channel. I'm Alexandra Ferrara. I live in New York City. I am an actress, a singer, a model, and the co-host of the podcast, Obsessed with the Best. So in this video, I'm gonna really dive into all things weight and size and what a healthy weight actually means and looks like. So I have been a size 8, a 10, and a 12 in my life. I'm currently a size 12, and I work hard to be a size 12. I work out 6 days a week in the mornings. I go for afternoon walks. 90% of the time, I am gluten, dairy, and soy free. I really limit sugar. I really try to limit alcohol. And I do infrared saunas and lymphatic drainage massages. And sadly, at my most disordered eating phase of my life, I was an 8. I was really over-restricting calories and overworking out. And that's just not something I could maintain long term. Could I maybe get back to a 10 healthily? We'll see, who knows? But for now, my body wants to be at a 12. And this is why a healthy weight is not a one size fits all. It is so personal. It is so individualized. I have friends who are size 2 and 4, and if they all of a sudden woke up a size 8, they might not feel great. That might not be a healthy weight for their body. I have friends who are a size 28, and now they're a size 12, 14, and that is their healthy weight. That's where they feel their best. It is so different for everyone, and what's healthy for me is probably not healthy for you, and truly it's no one's business besides you and your doctor. As women, we all know there's nothing scarier than hopping on the scale or trying on clothes. And why is that? Because we give so much power to these numbers. And the biggest thing I learned from my experience working as a fit model is that every brand has their own idea of what size is. So you can literally go to 5 different stores and be 5 different sizes. So we all need to support and empower each other to not let these numbers have so much power over our lives. Because it doesn't mean as much as we think it does. So let's ignore the number, buy the clothes that fit, and feel as good as we look. Our health is so much more than a number on the scale and the size in our jeans. And we really, really need to be looking at the full picture. So here to weigh in on why a healthy weight is not a one size fits all is Dr. Stephanie Ortiz. She is a metabolic specialist. She's gonna walk us through exactly why a healthy weight is not a one size fits all and what we should really be looking at in terms of markers of health. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Alex. It's so great to see you. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. So I'm really interested in talking to you about the idea that healthy weight is not a one size fits all.
What's important to remember is that everyone is just created differently. Everyone's metabolism, everyone's genetic makeup is different. The normal female human was not meant to be a size 2. Being healthy, again, is not by the number on the scale. Women were made to procreate. We were made to have babies. Even if you decide not to have a baby, but our body was meant to carry, in some women, maybe a little bit higher body fat percentage. The number on the scale doesn't really matter. It shouldn't matter as much. It's just looking at your whole metabolic health. So it's seeing, are your blood sugars normal? What's your family history? Do you have a high risk of diabetes? Do you have a high risk of heart disease? Making sure you're talking to your doctor about that. What are your risk factors? Getting your blood pressure checked, getting your blood sugar checked, checking your cholesterol levels. So making sure that all those numbers are normal is really important in terms of assessing metabolic health in general.
What should we be looking at as health markers?
Not just looking at the weight on the scale, looking at your body composition, which is assessing your percent body fat, and also looking at what your muscle mass percentage is. So that, especially for women, is so important. Building muscle allows you to keep your bones strong, especially for when we hit menopause, when our estrogen levels go down, our bone strength decreases. It's really important to have good muscle strength. So always incorporating strength training in addition to your cardio training.
I know that most women, our weight just fluctuates a lot. Why is that so common?
Because of our hormone shifts. So menstrual cycles, first of all, we have a rise and drop of estrogen and progesterone throughout the month. So that can cause fluid shifts, cravings around certain times of the month, poor sleep sometimes, pregnancy. Sometimes the more pregnancies you have, it's a little bit harder to get to that pre-pregnancy weight because of those hormone shifts. Because when you're pregnant or preparing for pregnancy or trying to conceive, your body's tendencies to want to increase that body fat percentage because your body wants to nourish a child. child. It doesn't mean that you can't lose weight or maintain weight because of those hormone shifts. It just means that we have to be, as women, we need to be mindful of that, be aware that that's happening in our bodies, focus on the right nutrition changes, focus on physical activity, stress relievers, sleeping well, maybe limiting alcohol intake, increasing your water intake. And the other thing that's important to mention is that when you lose weight, our body's tendency is to want to regain weight. There's one specific hormone, which is called the ghrelin hormone, which is our hunger hormone. And as anyone, men or women, lose weight, that hunger hormone starts to increase. So that's why a lot of people struggle with maintaining weight loss. It's not because they can't do it. It's because that hunger hormone, that ghrelin hormone, starts raging up and starts triggering that appetite stimulating area in our brain to want to increase our calorie intake, want to eat more. So that really causes a lot of a yo-yo weight fluctuations throughout life. But when you're aware of those hormone shifts, then you know, okay, this is my brain, these are my hormones telling me to want to crave those foods, to want to decrease my physical activity. So you kind of have to know to battle that a little bit. Stay as healthy as possible most days out of the year.
You recently posted something on Instagram that I found very thought-provoking about weight bias.
Weight bias is having a negative attitude or a negative stereotype or judgment towards an individual because of their weight. It's something that can be very overt, or it's something that can be very subtle. And it's unfortunately seen in every industry. It's seen in education. It's seen in your industry, in the arts and theaters, probably more than in many other industries. In the corporate world, unfortunately, in healthcare too, which is a major problem. You know, many people in healthcare hold weight bias, and I've witnessed it myself many times. I mean, I've overheard a doctor talking to a patient about their weight, flat out calling them fat and saying that they need to stop eating, which is just absurd. It's appalling and it's sad. You know, one of the first things that I do when I see a patient is explain that their current weight and the difficulty with weight loss is not their fault. 30 years ago, the cause of unhealthy weight was thought to be because of a lack of willpower. Decrease your calories and that's how you'll lose weight, energy in, energy out. But how can you have someone restrict calories to under 1,000 calories a day, for example, and then expect them to have the fuel and energy to do their day-to-day activities? It doesn't make sense. That science doesn't make sense. So, especially in the last 30 years, research has really increased in understanding, and there's multiple causes. The main one is the genetic causes. There's the hormone causes, fluctuations in estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, cortisol level. So there's just so many reasons, and people need to recognize that. And when patients realize that, they're like, thank you. You know, no one ever told me that. It's really not your fault. Educating our patients, educating society, educating our doctors, especially decreasing these biases is what's going to help us to improve the overall health of our country. A recent study was also published in 2018 that only 12% of Americans are metabolically healthy. So what does that mean? It's not really about the number on the scale, because that means that people that have a BMI less than 25 are showing signs of not having metabolic health, which means they're showing signs of having pre-diabetes, of having high blood pressure, of having high cholesterol, risks of heart disease. So I think we have to really redefine what actually is healthy. And it's not about your size of your jeans or that number on the scale.
What would you say to a woman who is struggling with body image right now?
It's not about what weight should you be. It's what weight should you be at where you have the right energy, feel good about yourself, you have a good quality of life. Let's try and embrace yourself first. Love yourself. Love your body for what it can do, especially as a woman. Some tips for all people, but especially for my females out there. First thing is love your body, love your skin. A female's body is really capable of doing pretty amazing things. Surround yourself around supportive friends and family that have your best interests. Be picky about who you allow in your life. There was a time in my life where I let a lot of negative vibes in, a lot of negative energy enter my life from other people, and it brought me to a dark place. It led me to overeating, and it also led me to undereating. So that was a major game changer for me in terms of my own health. Find something that you love doing outside of work, mom life, home life. Take your me time. That is so important for your overall health. It reduces stress. Finding something that you love to do, and if it's something that maybe you've always wanted to do, then go for it. 2 years ago, I decided to take tennis lessons. Apparently I'm a decent tennis player and I love doing that. Focus on doing something that you enjoy doing at least once a week.
That's such good advice. Stephanie, thank you so much. You're so smart. You're so wise. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy that Stephanie explained a little bit about weight bias because I think it's something that most women have experienced. I know that when I say my size out loud, I get kind of a horrified, shocked, and awed response that looks something like, "You don't look that big." Well, what does a size 12 really look like? I'm gonna show you what I look like. So I'm wearing a size large tank top by the Cara Santana collection and a size 10 blazer also by the Cara Santana collection, and then a pair of size 12 jeans by the brand Good American. These are two of my most favorite size inclusive brands and I highly recommend. There's definitely a stigma to having 2 digits in your jean size. So if you're a 10, 12, 14, it feels as though that's something to feel bad about. There's a lot of shame around it, something that we should hide. And I think the stigma comes from an old-timey belief that if you were above a size 8, maybe you were a little lazy. Maybe you are a couch potato. Maybe you're eating too much. Being a size 10, 12, or 14 equated with being lazy and unmotivated and having no self-control. And that's just not true. I have a million friends who are size 10 and above, and you know what? I don't know anyone who's lazy or unmotivated or hates working out. All of the women I know are doing their best to take care of their bodies, getting up early every morning to work to achieve their goals, and live a really, really active lifestyle. I think it's really, really important for all of us to support each other and not giving the number on the scale and the size of our jeans any power over our lives. Instead, let's focus on how we feel and let's focus on all the things that keep us healthy on the inside. So now, I'm gonna show you a group of incredible, successful, talented, motivated, inspirational New York City women ranging from a size 10 to a size 14 of all different ages and backgrounds, so you can see for yourself examples of women who are the right size for their health and their body type. They all look beautiful in all very, very different ways.
Hi, I'm Tina Scariano. I am a makeup artist, a podcast host, a managing director for an off-Broadway theater company, and a singer-actor.
I'm Kaitlyn Louise Smith, and I'm a Broadway dancer.
My name is Rebecca Ballister. I'm a cosmetologist and a makeup artist, also a plus curve model.
I'm Brooke Shapiro. I'm a multi-hyphenated artist. I'm a singer, an actress, a crafter, you name it. If it's artistic, I probably like doing it.
I'm Emilie. I moved to the city to pursue musical theater.
My name is Olithea Anglin. I am a singer, a songwriter, a lover of food.
My name's Christianne Tisdale. I am an actor.
I'm Emilie Battle. I am a personal trainer and I own my own fitness business.
The jeans I am wearing are currently a 10, although I could probably use a 12 after quarantine.
I'm currently wearing a size 10.
I am also proudly a size 10.
I'm currently wearing a size 10 jeans.
My size jean is a size 11.
They're an 11.
I was a size 26, 28, and now I'm a size 12, 14.
I am currently sporting a pair of size 10 jeans.
Trying on jeans makes me feel like I got my cardio in for the day.
I don't really like trying on clothes.
I personally love trying on jeans. If I need to go up a size, I go up a size. If I need to go down a size, I go down a size. As long as I look cute, that's all that matters.
I get nervous about it. I get like a little bit of shame, which is so stupid because it's just beauty standards that make you feel that way.
It can be very stressful. Like, is this gonna be a good day or a bad day kind of thing? Like, is it gonna go over my thighs and my butt?
It was super hard for me to find jeans in my size.
For me, the frustrating part about finding jeans is finding something that actually fits me. I'm 5 foot, but I'm also curvy.
I've always hated trying on jeans. Going into a dressing room and just trying on a size that you know should be your right size and it doesn't even go over your thighs is just the weirdest feeling.
These jeans are my favorite because they're comfortable and they make my booty look great.
They give, but they also still feel like they hold me in nicely, and I'm able to move around in them.
I feel really comfortable in them. I can move, I can kick, I can stretch.
I particularly love this pair because they remind me of a birthday present from 45 years ago.
They're curvy, they're sexy, they're comfortable.
I love these jeans.
I didn't have to hem them. I didn't have to adjust them. It felt like they were made for me.
I feel best about my body when I'm using it. I like to play volleyball and do yoga and HIIT workouts and take long walks.
When I'm lifting heavy weights, I just feel strong and powerful and fierce.
It starts up here for me. After I work out or eat healthy and fuel my body properly, then I'm just like, I feel like I can take over the world. I'm super confident. I love what I am right now. And if people don't like it, bye!
That feeling of waking up in the morning after a good night's sleep and feeling like you can accomplish anything.
I feel best and most powerful when I'm out walking my dog.
When I get dressed and then I look in the mirror before I leave and I'm like,